I welcome to the part 54. So here part the previous parts 52, 53, they are in the members area. You can visit. You'll have to pay something, become a cloud kernel ninja member. So let us look at this question. So there is a company, it owns EC2 instance. So basically you have one EC2 instance. Inside that you have a database. That database is MySQL database. Okay, and they there are some things, but what they want is they want to move to a better solution. See, they are already on AWS. So if you are using a database on EC2, that means you are managing it. Always try, like AWS says, always be aware that AWS can provide managed services. So you have to go to managed services databases. So that should be our answer. So that is why see, they have given all this noise. This noise, this all stuff. What it means basically is I don't want to do all of those stuff. Give me a solution with minimal effort from operations. So you have to go with a managed service. So option D says that we will create auto scaling group for database tier and migrate existing database. So this is wrong. You have to move away from EC2. C says combine databases into one SQL database, one large, and put it on EC2. You have to move away from EC2. So A and B are the best choice. Like they are moving away. But which one we should choose? Should we choose Postgres SQL? No, boss. We are talking about MySQL, so we will choose MySQL. So that's why Postgres is wrong. This is Aurora. It they have provided for MySQL and Postgres. In our question, we have to use MySQL because the question is talking about MySQL database. So this is managed service. You can read this. It provides good amount of availability. That means your database will hardly or will never go down. Okay, and it is serverless, so you don't have to manage the server. Very less effort from operation standpoint. Basically, we want to make you jobless. That is the goal. We don't want human beings. Human beings should be jobless. Everything machine should do. And you can do a Aurora zero ETL integration with Redshift. It delivers analytics on transactional data, not data warehouse, but transactional data in near real time. So this would be our answer. Option A. We want to migrate the database to Amazon Aurora serverless for Aurora MySQL. So here, see, they are telling I have two NAT instance. This is NAT instance. What is our NAT instance? The full form is Network Address Translation. It has nothing to do with EC2 instances, reserved instances, spot instances, anything of that sort. This is purely network related, network address translation. You can use NAT instance to allow resource in private subnet to communicate outside VPC. Like what? Like internet or on-premises network. So basically what we are saying is you are in a private boat, suppose your own private boat. You want to stay away from the public, but sometimes you want to talk to the public. Sometimes it's up to maybe in a week once. It's based on demand whenever you want. So you are in a private boat. This is private subnet, and you want to do that. You use NAT instance. This will allow you to talk to general people. Okay, otherwise you stay private. The people outside, they cannot come knock your door on the boat and talk to you. They cannot talk. Reverse is not possible. only you can talk to them outside. Okay, so this is a line that clearly states you in the private boat can initiate IPv4 traffic to the internet, but they can't receive inbound traffic initiated on the internet. Any common people cannot talk to you. Okay, it is like if you want to talk to Amitabh Bachchan, Rajnikant, so or Shah Rukh Khan, uh, you cannot talk. When they want, they can come out, wave their hands, but you cannot go inside their home and wave your hands. You cannot do it. Your ass will be whipped if you try to do that. But who will whip your ass? The security guards will whip your ass. Simple. So you understood NAT instance. Okay, NAT instance has nothing to do with what EC2 instance, spot instance. So like this here, spot instance. This is EC2 instance. Spot instance is a EC2 instance compute. NAT is not. We are not talking about compute. We're talking about network solution. Okay. Similarly here, auto scaling groups. This is about compute. Auto scaling group. This is for EC2 instance, compute auto scaling. This has nothing to do with natting or NAT instance. So this is wrong. Now we have two options which is linked with NAT instance. What they are saying was you remove the NAT instance. Like options say A. Option A says was remove the NAT instance, okay, and use NAT gateway. Now what is NAT gateway? NAT gateway, you can use NAT gateway. So instances in private subnet can connect to services outside VPC. Okay, same functionality. Same functionality you can do. You can have public private subnets. Okay. Okay, so NAT gateway can also do the same thing. But why we are using NAT gateway? What was the problem with NAT instance? See, we are using NAT gateway because we want highly available, fault tolerant, and automatically scalable solution. If you put everything in the same availability zone, if you have 10 lakh rupees, if you put entire 10 lakh in one stock, buying one stock, for example, Reliance, it is risky. Split it. If you have 10 lakh, split 2 lakhs in Infosys, 2 lakh in TCS, 2 lakh in Reliance. And I'm just giving an example. Up to you guys. I'm just giving an example. This is not a recommendation or anything. I'm just giving an example. Like if you are doing same availability zone, that means everything in one go. If the stock falls, any stock, it can be anything, falls, you are screwed up. So can you provide highly available solution with single layer zone? You cannot provide it. You cannot. You will have to use a different AZ so that if one zone fails, so uh, if you want highly available, you put in different AZ. One AZ fails, your application is still up in the other AZ. Okay, functionality will still work, and then it will be a NAT gateway. NAT gateway will be giving you automatic scalability options also. So this would be our final answer. Option C. We will remove the NAT instance, replace it with NAT gateways, two NAT gateways in different AZ. One in one AZ, the other in other AZ. That way, one fails, the other is still up, and you get must highly available, fault tolerant. Fault tolerant means if you just have one great developer, he falls ill, you are screwed, no, as a project manager. So you should have at least two great developers in your team, so that if one falls ill, you still have the other great developer to help you out. Okay, because you as a project manager are not capable of any technical solution. Okay, because you only work in Excel worksheets and those things, and you allowed your gray gray cells in your brain to die. Project managers, I'm telling you upfront, start becoming a project manager after 2 3 years. The entire technology, the brain, the way it works in technology, everything dies. Okay, so why I'm telling you this? Give less respect to project managers. Give more respect to technical architects. That is how it should work. Okay, simple. That is why I am telling you this. Next question. This next question is an application runs on EC2 and has elastic IP address in VPCA. So it is in a virtual private cloud, and that application requires access to a database in VPCB. So you have this VPCA and VPCB. What is in B? There is a database here in VPCB. Both VPCs are in the same account. Okay, so the same account. They are not different accounts. And what is in VPCA? An application on EC2 instance. This is your EC2 instance. Okay, that is all there. Now A should talk to B. A should talk to B. A should talk to B. How? Securely. If you are talking to your girlfriend, do you want others to listen to it? No. If A is talking to B, do you want others to listen to it? No. Why? Because you want it secured. Who told you? Question told you. Most securely. Security. So what is the solution? Option A says you create a database instance security group and you allow all traffic from public IP addresses of application server in VPCA. So see such problems, how do we resolve? How do we resolve such problems? We do see both are VPCs. Basically what we are doing there, we have two VPCs. A and B are two VPCs. First, did you understand A and B are two VPCs? So what solution we should always do? You do VPC peering. What is VPC peering? It is VPC. First of all, VPC is a virtual network dedicated to your AWS account. And why it is used? Because you want to isolate from other virtual networks. You don't want to enter other network. You want to isolate. That's why you are using. And VPC peering is a networking connection between two VPCs. It enables you to route traffic between them using private IP. See, we don't want public IP addresses. When we are saying the boyfriend needs to talk to the girlfriend securely, then why do we use public IP address? This is wrong, because third person can listen to it. Similarly, this is wrong because third person can listen to it. Okay. Now we were talking about VPC peering. So VPC peering is the best. So you can create a VPC pairing connection between the VPC A and B in our case, and this is how the pairing gets established. Will it? I'm asking you a question. Will it talk in if we do VPC pairing? Can we use public IP address? No, only private. The conversation is private now. The conversation is private. The conversation is private if you use VPC pairing connection, because we use private IP addresses. Private IP addresses. So B is correct. What about D? D is saying launch an EC2 instance with an elastic IP address into VPC-B proxy all requests to new EC2 instance. So they are saying, boss, in application A you have EC2 instance, no? Right now you have EC2 instance in VPC-A. So they are saying, boss, forget that. Let's put EC2 in VPC-B itself, so that both will be in one VPC. They can talk to each other. Will instead of the girl and the boy being in two places, girl being in there, it's her own home, boy being in his own home. Let's bring them together in one home so that they can talk, sit to rest. They don't have to use phone and etc. This is a crap solution. No? Why will anybody use such solution? So that is why we have this answer. Option B, configure a VPC peering connection between VPC A and VPC B, because VPC peering uses private IP addresses, which is most secured. Fantastic. Enough of GAN. This is the end of this part. The previous 2-3 parts are in the paid members area. Click the join button, become a cloud kernel or cloud ninja member, gain access to these paid contents, and help yourself pass the certification. This brings us to the end of this part. See you in the next part.